Hello, Gemini. This is going to be a reading for you, Gemini, for January 2026. Let's get right into it. So, I'm going to be reading the energy of Gemini, what they should know, what they should expect. January is already halfway through. What is the thing that Gemini should know? Okay. Queen of Wands. Well, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, Queen of Wands and Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands. Okay, there's a lot of your energy is really. Okay, three more cards. We have the Nine of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy in you. The Fool card and the Two of Swords. So we have Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Wow, you're really in balance, aren't you? Just Queen of Wands. We have the One energy. Usually the One energy is fiery. Yeah, there's passion here. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of dominating, being not necessarily domineering, but being very, you know what you want. You're driven. Yes, you're driven. And with the Queen of Wands, you're very much in control of your drive. You're very much in control of your passion. And then with the Nine of Wands, also it's kind of like to a certain extent, what I'm seeing here is coming into your own. Yes, coming into your own. Okay, you have a lot of fiery energy. This is what I'm seeing. Queen of Wands, fire. Eight of Wands, fire. Nine of Wands, fire. And since you're basically of hair, you're the one driving this energy. You're the one in charge. You can see with the Queen of Wands energy, it's basically you. And again, even with the storm behind, or the clouds, with the clouds behind, it is you in control. You are in charge. You are enjoying being in this very energy of domination. That is what it is. You are basically taking full charge of yourself. You're taking full charge of your reality, and you are in your creative space, but with a no one can stop me now energy. Gemini, you are definitely in an energy of this is what I want, this is how I will do it, and I'm gonna keep going, right? And with the Nine of Wands, all of what you have put in place basically is working, because you have the Two of Pentacles and you have the Two of Swords. You've had to make choices, and you are currently juggling between two very good choices for yourself. And all I'm really seeing here, this is quite a good reading for you, right? Because the passion of something new, the passion to do something new, to create something new, is being blessed, right? It's with the Full card. With the Full card here, is basically saying, with the Full card, it's basically saying, oh, I'm going to try something new, adventure, new things. So if you've had that idea that that business you've been wanting to open, it's opening. This year is the year of the fire horse, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. I know this reading is for January 2026. But this energy I'm seeing in the start of the year 2026 for you, Gemini, is an energy that is going to be long sustaining throughout the year 2026 for you. And that fieriness You are in control of it. You are the rider on the horse. You are the person, the jock that is ensuring that the horse is able to make the leap, jump through the hoops, jump across the hurdles, and get shit done, get things going. The hair that you have, that is your primary element, is basically what is fueling this passionate energy. What I see here is that you have created something new that most likely you have been very confused about. You have questioned yourself numerously about if it's a good decision to make, if it's a smart step to take, and if it's going to yield any results for you. The answer is yes, because although many people around you might have told you, why did you quit your job? Why did you break off that from that relationship that has lasted for, I'm hearing, 10 years? And why didn't you just keep it going? Why didn't you just keep it on lock? Right? People are telling you stay locked in, and you're like, no, I need to unlock. I need to remove the the chains. I need to break out of the bond and be free, because with all of this here, you can see the wind in your step, the wind with the full card. With the full card, there's so much. You have a spring to your step, and you're just, people will call you flighty. People will tell you, oh, what is she doing now? Who does he think he is? Well, you know who you are. You know who you are. You do not need anybody to tell you who you are. You are very much in your queenly energy, with the Queen of Wands. You are driving this chariot. You are driving this thing, and you're succeeding, and people may not have expected it from you, because technically you, yeah, they tell you that you're flighty, and to some regard is basically in some ways scornful. People have told you you're flighty, and it's said scornfully, and some say tongue in cheek, and in some ways you have had a lot to triumph over, a lot of bridges to cross, but now you have the spring to your step, right? You have a level of what you started with the full card, the new project that you started, that job that you quit in order to pursue your dream, in order to pursue your passion, in order to make good for yourself, in order to, because you were just bored with life and you said no. Yes, it might have been convenient to stick with the whole job. It might have been convenient to stay with a long-term partner that you've had, and it might have been very, very convenient, but you chose inconvenience, which has turned out to be not so inconvenient for you, really. And what I'm seeing here is that you're meeting someone new, right? I don't know why this is giving me relationship vibes, but you're meeting someone new, right? So you, the fool represents new beginnings, right? And you can see here with the fool facing towards the nine of wands, right? So let me put it up so you can see, right? Okay, so now this is the fool running towards the nine of wands, right? And by the way, the Fool is a major arcana card, so this is like a major life event for you. And this really, in this moment, in this reading, represents you. So you're running towards something. You're creating, like I said, new project, just being by yourself. And most likely, what I'm seeing here is that 10-year relationship. I don't know why it's focusing on relationship, but there's someone that has been in a long-term relationship, most likely 10 years, and you are the one that decided to break off the relationship. You questioned yourself. You questioned a lot of commitments that you have made, a lot of achievements that you have made with this other person, your ex, right? But what it has turned out to be is that this is the best decision that you can ever make for yourself, because there is a level of completion that you had yet to get, yet to receive, yet to achieve, that you are going to get now, because you let the past go. You let the thing that wouldn't have made you quickly achieve what you wanted, you let it go, and now you have this all brand new thing to experience, and that will bring you a level of completion. So yes, this brand new thing, this completion, this feeling of completion, this feeling of achievement, you're getting there, right? It's not going to happen right now. It's not going to happen in this moment, at this hour, in this minute, not yet. But what's happening is that you, being the director of yourself, are basically getting all your house in order, and you have the Eight of Wands. You have the Eight of Wands coming in for you, where you are the one making all the decisions and ensuring that you are getting it right. Now I'm going to get a card to understand what this Nine of Wands represents. Is it a person? Is it a job? Okay. Oh, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. It's interesting that Nine of Swords is coming out, right? Because this feels like what you escaped from. So what I get here is that the partner that you had left is the situation that you left, actually, be it a partner, be it a job that felt so perfect for you. That's previous situation, recently previous situation, is something that was supposed to be the Nine of Wands, supposed to be your completion, supposed to be what you what would have made you whole, right? Supposed to have been your place of rest, supposed to have been your place of achievement. But what really happened on the surface, or in depth actually, what it looked like on the surface was the Nine of Wands, but it was deceptive. It was actually really deceptive. What it really was the Nine of Swords. So why it was supposed to operate as the Nine of Wands for you, why it was supposed to be a moment of completion for you, why that relationship was supposed to be what will make you the best version of yourself, why that job is supposed to have been the penultimate, the absolute step to your career ladder, to give you peace of mind and total career fulfillment and success. Why that is what it was supposed to be? It wasn't, because it was bringing all forms of negativity, but fronting and pretending to look like it wasn't. Right? It was draining your energy. It was keeping you stuck. But because it seemed like it was moving you forward, it seemed like the wind was in your hair, it seemed like it was just the right fit for you, it was your energy, it felt very similar to what you wanted. It just felt like everything you could ever have and you could ever want. The truth of the matter is, what it really was supposed to be is the Nine of Wands. It was supposed to bring in something that would challenge you, not keep you docile, not keep you stagnant. And that was what you were fighting against without even realizing it. You just woke up one morning, probably from a dream, feeling sweaty, short of breath, even though you have no history of respiratory illnesses. And you just heaved a sigh, like, I'm done. I'm done with this. That is what you said, Gemini. That you're done, and you couldn't explain it. It didn't make sense to you. You just couldn't understand why it was what it was. But you knew that you had to move on. And that was the past. The Nine of Swords was the past. So this January 2026 is your moment of resolution, is your moment of activating the real you. And yes, you have choices to pick from, options, but it's not really a hard choice because you're the kind of person that you want it all and you will get it all. All you have to do is just let your intuition, yet let your instinct guide you. I believe that is one of the reasons you're watching this video today. It is not by happenstance. You're meant to listen to this, you're meant to hear this. Because maybe you've had conversations with people that you felt knew more than you, were your mentors, and what they were saying was making sense logically on the outside, but it was not corresponding with your thoughts. It was not corresponding with your thoughts. And for some reason, this reading is for you to know that you're not crazy. It's to confirm that what you feel is real and true. And the step you have taken is the perfect one for you. You do not need to doubt yourself. You do not need to worry. This is perfection that I'm saying here. This is perfection. You don't need to ask too much of the world. You don't need to ask too much of yourself. Every single thing that you need is being given to you and you're receiving it. You're receiving it. So yes, the Two of Swords, you have to make a choice. But like I said, with the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, making a choice is not something that you need to think too much about because you can take the two. The two options are great. The two options are perfect. If you have a new job offer and you have just launched your business website and you're thinking, oh, you're not going to have enough time to be able to do your corporate job and still be able to run your Etsy business. I'm here to tell you, the Gemini, that, well, you can do both and both will work well without each. That is the truth of the matter. So let's see what you have for career, because now I've just spoken about your career. Let's see what Gemini energy for January 2026 career is. Tell me about, is it Etsy business, entrepreneur? What? Oh, High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess card came out. You know what to do. I told you, you already know what to do. There's no reason for you to ask for guidance. You already know what to do. Trust yourself. Trust your spirit. Trust yourself. Just trust yourself. This is a happy thing. And I'm glad to say that you have put the storms behind you, because actually you're the queen of the storm. Right? Why it may be ravaging everyone, why it may be taking down their houses, why it may be taking down their lives, why it might be live in like their lifestyle, why it may be taking down their lifestyle. You can stand assured, firm, knowing that you're in charge of the storm and there's nothing to fear. And just think of it like an energy so supreme, so clean, so translucent is the word that's coming to my head. You can see it can see you, and you work well together. And also, just as a tip for you, drink warm water and honey. Yes, it will help. It will help you. It will help your throat chakra. Because, you need to speak. You need to speak to the world. You need to speak well. Your throat chakra is not blocked. you're not blocked, but you need clarity. And for you to get clarity, one more time, honey, well, and sleep well. I know you're always gearing to go. You always have things to do. You always have something you're thinking. Even when you're sleeping, you're thinking of many things. Yeah, the ideas are popping up in your dreams. It's good. It's fantastic. But sleep well. Have a full night's sleep. At least in a week, try as much as possible to get 8 hours of a full night's rest. No TikTok before going to bed. No scrolling through your phone, particularly TikTok before going to bed. I mean, very mindful of what you consume, especially on TikTok, the energy that's coming from there, the words that you listen to, what people are saying, what you watch on TV. Yeah, you need to be very mindful of the movies that you're watching and the news that you're listening to so that you do not retain bad energy into your mind and into your atmosphere. Yeah, you are in charge and you know what to do. The Nine of Swords energy, yeah, you're over it. You've moved. That was the past. That was the past. That was the past. You do know what to do, and everything is working together for you perfectly. So I'm glad that you've been able to leave that relationship, no matter how hard it was for you to make the decision. It's the best decision you made for yourself. You might not see it now, but I'm telling you, when you think back to this moment, when you think back to the moment that you decided to break it off, you'll be very, very glad that you did. Because it's like sweeping away, it's basically like sweeping away dirt, the dust. Like, okay, you could have like, just imagine it this way, that there's a table right in front of you and it doesn't look dusty. It doesn't look like it's clouded or shadowed with dust in any way. But just instinctively, you decided to pick up a wipe and clean the surface of the table, the towel or the tissue that you had used, or the cloth that you had used. And then you see that, oh, that actually, it was dirty. It actually marked it. What you thought was not dirty ended up being quite dirty. But you wouldn't have known that if you had not followed your instinct. You would have been trapped and set up in that job. It was already being put in place. You remember what happened to Corey Ellison in the morning show? I'm not going to give spoilers for those that haven't watched it yet. But he got into things he didn't even know he was part of. That's what would have happened to you if you had been, if you had continued at that job. There were things that were already being put in place that you would have signed off on without even realizing what had happened until Doom had come knocking on your door. But you are so in tune with your spirit. Doom cannot come knocking on your door, Gemini. You know what to do. That is why you see this high priestess energy. Yeah, that's you. You automatically knew what to do. You automatically knew when to leave. And you made the right decision to reinvent yourself. You made the right decision to reinvent yourself and just start afresh. Go to school again after like 10 years. I don't know why the 10 years thing keeps coming up. But there's someone listening to this that has started something new after 10 years of dedicating their lives and themselves to something old. And I'm here to tell you that that new thing that you started, oh my goodness, within this year 2026, in less than 8 months, I'm saying number 8, in less than 8 months, you are going You're already even seeing the results, good, great results, but you're going to be so glad that you left the old 10-year cycle and renewed yourself. You're really going to be so glad you did that, because the amount of great results you're going to get within these 8 months of 2026 is going to be more than you've ever had in the past 10 years. It's going to be way, way more than that. And I'm glad to congratulate you on your greatest achievement. And yeah, there's someone here that is listening to me. This message is for you. And I'm so glad to congratulate you on your baby. She's very beautiful, precious, most likely twins. There's twin energy. Yeah, that is just for, it might be very niche, but it's for someone that needs to hear it the most. And yeah. So that's the reading for you today, Gemini. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.